Hello my friends, welcome to Haein Yoga. This class is a part of 4-session series on yoga for everyday flexibility. It's an all-level Hatha Yoga sequence that elongates and stretches and stimulates all the major muscles of your body to keep you supple and open throughout the day. Some says gaining flexibility is a timely journey. I would say not necessarily. While I do encourage you to enjoy the process rather than the outcome, I am also very serious about you actually gaining flexibility because it's an amazing feeling to be able to move freely. So what do? Match where you want to stretch with where you are actually stretching. It's very simple, I know, but it requires awareness of where you are and how you are. In other words, it requires high level of self-acceptance and knowing what you want. Remember, align your intention with your action. Let's do this. Let's start in kneeled position. We're going to start with stretching our eyes. Ta-da! It's a very simple yet very effective and also important. It's a muscle and you will feel the effect pretty immediately, like really refreshing sensation around your eyes. So stretch out just one of your thumb as far away as you can. And from here, starting from the center, with your eyes, you're going to follow your thumb. Bring your thumb slowly out to your right side and keep following with your eyes as far as you can. And back to the center. Go up. Keep following with your eyes, but without lifting up your head. All right? And back to the center, all the way down. Keep following your eyes to the thumb and back to the center. Change the hands to your left. Up. Down. Let's do it one more time sideways to your right and to your left. And back to the center. A big circle from the top to down, and the other side of the circle, change the hand. And back to the center. Well done. From kneeled position, keep your knees about hip wide distance. And let's have the toes tucked under to be a bit more stable. Interlock your fingers behind your hips. Roll your shoulders up and then back and down away from your shoulders. Straighten your elbows, heels of the palm together. Now roll your upper arms inwardly. And as you do that, lift up your hands away from your hips as you continuously roll your upper arms inwardly towards your spine. Bringing your shoulder blades close to each other. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears and the muscles along your spine in your upper back. Think of directing that muscles down towards your hips. Keep your back long and elongated. Chest open, but without arching. One more breath. And then slowly release that tension. Think of ironing your upper back as you come out of this position. Just one breath here, keeping your arms on the side, letting the breath and the spaciousness to come back to this part of your body. Then go ahead and lying down. We're going to continue with shoulder stand. Arms on the side of your hips. Lift up your legs. Press your hands against the floor. As soon as your hips lift up, support with your hands. Keep your knees bent while you adjust your arms, bringing your elbows close to each other. Hands, palms against your back. Once your arm position is in good place, then extend your legs up. Keep your gaze up. Press the back of the head against the floor, avoiding chin to the chest so that your neck keeps its natural arch rather than getting flattened. And from here, let's lower the legs down over the head. If you have sensitive lower back, keep your knees bent a little bit so that you take some weight out from your legs. Our focus in this position is stretching the whole back of your body from your spine to the back of your leg. So it doesn't really matter whether your feet touch the floor or not. Elongate your spine up to the ceiling through your tailbone and open up the back of your leg, whether your knees are bent or straight. Main sensation is in the back of your leg, and then secondarily along your spine. Few deep breaths here. Even though it feels a little bit uncomfortable to breathe, make sure you can breathe deeply and bringing circulation and movement in your belly and in your chest. We're going to come out of the position, release your hands, keep your legs close to your head as you press your hands against the floor. Coming out as slowly as you can. Once your hips touch the ground, bend your knees and place your feet on the floor, close to your hips where you can touch your heels. Not grabbing, but just touching your heels. Feet hip wide distance. As you inhale, lift up your hips, coming into half bridge pose. Interlocking your fingers under your hips. Upper arms rolled in, coming right under your body. Heels with the palm together. Press your arms against the floor. Press the back of the head against the floor. Tuck the tailbone in. Squeeze in your leg. Breathing through your chest. Pressing your feet against the floor. One more breath here. Let there be the squeezing sensation stronger than lifting up sensation. That's to protect your back. And with next exhalation, let's slowly release down. As you come down, elongate your spine. Once your hips touch the ground, relax your belly. Knees leaning to each other, feet about mat-wide distance, and take one gentle deep breath through your belly. Bring your knees to your chest, rock front and back to come to table position. Hands underneath your shoulder, knees underneath your hips, hip wide distance. As you inhale, gently arch your spine, and as you exhale, round your spine. Cat and cow. Let's do this few times. Think of bringing movement, aliveness, and elongation into front of your upper body and back of your upper body. Coming back to neutral, walk your hands forward while you keep your hips on top of your knees. Walking your hands forward, lowering your chest towards the ground, lifting up your tailbone. You may be on your forehead, you could also be on your chin, whichever that is accessible and comfortable for you, where you can focus on opening your shoulders, your chest. Let's coming back, lowering your hips towards your heels, and then sit up and find the cross-leg position. Have the middle of your shin bone crossed, finding your feet underneath your knees, not close to your hips, but actually further away from your hips. You want to have an open angle in your knee so that we can access to our hips. Hands on top of your knees. As you inhale, elongate your spine. And as you exhale, we fold forward, not from our head first, but really from our belly. Belly button goes forward as our hips continue ground. And eventually the chest continue forward. Eventually placing your hands on the floor, and we continue. Chest forward, chin forward, nose forward. Elongating front and the back of your upper body. Hips stay grounded, connected to the floor, to this ground. And as you inhale, let's slowly come back up. Have your right hand on top, behind your hips, and left hand on top of your right knee. Inhale, elongate, and exhale, twist to your right side. Always your hips stay grounded. Elongation through your low back. Opening, twisting in your chest region. Shoulders are wide. Back of the neck is long. Top of the head is open. Up to the ceiling. With next inhalation, keeping that elongation, coming back to center and twist to the other side. Rather than focusing on as deep twist as you can, pay attention to the elongation of your whole spine and stimulating and spiral stretching all along your spine rather than a really deep twist sensation in just one part of your spine. Coming back to the center as you keep that elongation. Arms on the side, fingertips on the floor, side of your hips. Walk your right hand away from you to your right side. Bend that right elbow. Catch the back of the head with your left hand. Coming into side bend in the seated position. Ground your left hip. Roll your left elbow back. Aligning your left arm right over your head. And then stretching, elongating, extending your left arm. Keep your elbows soft so that you really feel and can link all the way from your left hip to your left hand's left little finger. Have a little sense that your left chest is slightly opening up to the ceiling. Coming back to the center, collecting the arms back and continue to the other side. Let's keep the arms short for now to focus on grounding of the hips and the waist opening. And then let's align the elbows and extending your right arm, keeping that elongation from the waist to the rib cage, the shoulder, elbows, and the fingertips. Collecting the arm back and to the center. Cross the leg to the other side. Let's finish with folding forward just one more time. Feet underneath your knees. Hands on top of your knees. As you exhale, fold forward. Belly button forward, chest forward, hips grounded. Focusing on your hips. If you feel your ankle, then flex your feet just a little bit and keep that feet engaged. Pressing against the floor gently. Relax your head completely and one more breath here. Then slowly coming back up. Find the comfortable crossed leg position. Couple of breaths here to finish with. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Breathing through your nose one more time. Deep breath in. And long breath out. Thank you everyone for joining me on this video. A question I would like to leave you with for this series is, what is it that you actually want? Such a simple question, yet we don't get to be asked often, or for some of you, you may have never been asked that. Simple question, but very important question this is. I hope you take time with this. Comment below if you like this video, give a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga practice. I wish you a beautiful day and see you very soon. Keep shine on.